Hello, guys. Welcome to Ghost and Boxing. If this is your first time on this channel, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to tell other people to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like my videos, share my videos, and don't forget to comment down below so that we can have a good debate about boxing. Today, I'm going to be talking about what Eddie Hearn said about Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. According to Eddie Hearn, during his Sky Sport interview, he said Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury have agreed a two-fight deal. So my thought on this is that that's very, very interesting. It's very, very interesting. Yeah, that is an interesting development. That development is interesting for so many reasons. One, that fight is going to be the biggest fight in boxing. That fight is the biggest fight in boxing, and also in terms of it's the biggest fight in boxing in terms of the attention, the world attention towards that fight. The people in the world wanting that fight to happen. So from that perspective, it's the biggest fight in boxing, and also it's the biggest money fight in boxing as well. It's going to be the biggest money fight in boxing. So that's another thing that makes the fight interesting. And also another thing that makes the fight interesting is that with that fight, we'll be able to know who is the number one heavyweight in the world. That's what we want to know ever since. And also with that fight, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world will be crowned. So there are so many reasons that make that fight very interesting. So I am very, very happy about that development, and I'm looking forward to it. And according to Eddie Hearn, they're trying to sort out the dates and venue. Remember, it's a two-fight deal. So they're trying to sort out the dates and the venues. So definitely, if the fight happen in a particular venue, let's say, for example, in the UK, it might not happen in the UK the second time. So it might be in somewhere in the Middle East, for example. So they're trying to sort out the dates and the venue. And one of the most interesting part about this development, this kind of agreement in principle between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury to fight is the fact that, according to Eddie Hearn, both parties, that's Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, they've with regards to the financial aspect of it, they've agreed to the financial aspect of it. That's a very good news, because in such a big fight, in big fight like this, the finances, the financial aspect is always the big problem. We all know that, though it's a sport, it's a sport that, is a sport for entertainment. But despite that, we all know that, it's a business. So from us to have, heard from Eddie Hearn that the financial aspect has been taken care of. Eddie Hearn saying that both Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury have agreed on the financial terms. That speaks volume, and that's a good thing, and that speaks good volume. So I'm really, really interested looking forward to it. It's an interesting fight. So I've made a video about who is the number one heavyweight in the world before, but when it's coming nearer to the fight, definitely before the fight, we'll definitely try and break the fight down, do our analysis about the fight, who we think is going to win or has the best chance of winning. So we're going to break it down. So, like I've said before, this is a very good news. But despite this, there might be some obstacle. Okay, there might be some obstacle. Okay, let's talk about this. Definitely, we all know that AJ has got a mandatory that he needs to take care of in the person of Pulev. So he needs to sort that out. And also, Tyson Fury is contractually obliged to fight Deontay Wilder the third time. Tyson Fury needs to take care of that. Then after that, another obstacle that could be on the way, which can be sorted out anyway, is Dillian White's WEC mandatory position. So we don't know how that is going to play out. Whether Tyson Fury is going to be harder to fight Dillian White for the WEC bet. So we don't really know how it's going to play out. But let's see what happens. Because we all know that undisputed fight, the unification fight, kind of, surpasses, kind of, put aside any other thing. As in, well, if there's going to be an undisputed fight, that would kind of, I think that normally does go ahead. It kind of supersedes other requests, like Dillian White, wanted to fight, for the mandatory WAC championship. So if an undisputed fight is going to happen, maybe that might kind of overrule that mandatory position. So let's see what's going to happen. We don't really know because there's a lot of politics in boxing. We'll find out. Let's see what's going to happen. We don't really know. And also, Usyk is there as well. So would that be, an obstacle? No, really. But let's see. But having said that, it's a good thing that there's this development that Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury have agreed to have a 2-fight deal. That's very interesting. I like that. I'm looking forward to it. And we hope one of the fight happens in the UK. So that would be really good. We know it's a big money fight. The issue is with people or with any, or will people or will any corporate organization, be willing to pump in the money, because that's a big money fight. So that might be the, the hindrance to the fight happening in the UK, because it is a big money fight. If corporate bodies and where the individuals are able to throw in money, one of the fights might happen in the UK. Otherwise, it might happen in countries where people are willing to pump in money, probably in the Middle East and any other place. Anyway, that's my take on that. I'd like to hear your take on this. Don't forget to leave your comments below. If this is your first time on this channel, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to tell other people to subscribe to my channel. Or don't forget to like my videos, share my videos. And like I've said, comment down below so I can have some good boxing debate. So that's everything, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe.